My name is Olivia MacLeod, and this is my book crossing assignment. Ernest Hemingway's immovable feast reflects on his life after World War I through short descriptions of his interactions with intellectual contemporaries in Paris. Each interaction can be characterized by Hemingway's internal dialogue and acute sense of place, but they are not arranged chronologically. Hemingway notes that he frequented the Café Cloisonné des Lilas, the bookshop Shakespeare and Company, and the Luxembourg Gardens, listing exact street names and rooting the reader in the location through rich sensory descriptions of his experience. He presents Paris as a central city to global art and culture, but does not hesitate to expose the ugliness of the poverty and struggle that artists such as himself faced. Quote, "There is never any ending to Paris, and the memory of each person who has lived in it differs from that of any other. We always return to it no matter who we were or how it was changed or with what difficulties or ease it could be reached. Paris was always worth it, and you received return for whatever you brought to it. But this was how Paris was in the early days, when we were very poor and very happy." End quote. Each chapter shares a recollection of fairly mundane events, enriched by personal opinions, connections to other writings, and facts about his friends, often borderlining on gossip. His prose is approachable and engaging, reading almost like a diary as he unabashedly and bluntly asserts his point of view. Although he does not shy away from sharing his opinion on the similar circumstances of his friends such as Scott Fitzgerald and Ezra Pound, his work is rooted in his own experience, providing an undeniable validity and honesty. His chapter titled "Hunger Was Good Discipline" does a particularly good job at balancing a flattering depiction of Paris with the unflattering reality of his circumstances as an impoverished young writer. He writes, quote, "You could always go to the Luxembourg Museum, and all the paintings were heightened and clearer and more beautiful if you were belly emptied, hollow hungry. I learned to understand Cézanne much better and to see truly how he made landscapes when I was hungry. Later I thought Cézanne was probably hungry in a different way." End quote. His relationship with Gertrude Stein was particularly interesting to me, as her opinion seemed to carry a lot of weight for young Hemingway. This was the case for other visual artists of the early 20th century, including Picasso, Miro, Matisse, Cézanne, and Derain, all mentees who reaped the benefit of Stein's financial support and unique opinion. Hemingway's complex relationship with Stein was intrinsically intertwined with his romantic partners and place in Parisian society, a shared experience with the aforementioned artists and explicitly mentioned throughout this memoir. A movable feast complements the ACM course material nicely, reflecting broad themes of complex identity and the societal pressure that impacts one's unique sense of self. I would have liked to leave this book in Paris, but will settle on leaving it in the Roma Termini in Italy. The train station serves as a place of daily cross-cultural interaction and conversation, something Hemingway clearly values about Paris's social and creative scene in the 20s. I would recommend this book as an easy and engaging read, especially if you have a visit to Paris planned in the near future. Thank you.